Welcome back on iKeysRacing from Marco from Monza. Ciao! Welcome back in Australia after the Bathurst appointment where another Ford, at this time Mustang, won the previous race, and so it adds up a complete strike of wins for Ford, or good placement for Ford Sierras and Ford Mustangs. So in this appointment you will not see a Ford running at Calder Park. That is the appointment number 9 out of 11. So we have this one, we have Wellington, the next one, and we will finish at the Fuji venue, the Japanese beautiful venue, where the WTCC World Touring Car Championship 1987, first ever world title edition for tourism cars, actually happened. The only thing is that here at Calder Park you will see a normal racetrack, very simple I would say, also resembling a bit the footprint of some old UK racetracks of the past. And you will not see here, unfortunately, Torn, Thunderstorm, Thunderdome. I mean, there is an oval section of this racetrack not present in the 0.80 version beta for GTR2 of this venue. So, if you want to try the version with the Thunderdome as it was originally in the WTCC 1987, you must get Assetto Corsa and download for free the Calder Park complete version, and will be, I would say, a complete experience of what was the original championship. Nonetheless, I didn't want to substitute this venue with Adelaide, for example, or Melbourne Park or whatever, because I think there will be a strong fight, strong clashes here at Calder Park in this beta version. Anyway, I thank you very much, the creator of this simple venue. Maybe in the future there will be another update, but will be anyway a pleasure, a delight to drive here. We will drive the AlfaRomeo GTV, that is one of the last 4 cars not driven in this season. We will drop the Nissan Skyline, the slowest car around, for the next appointment, and we will drive just the BMW 635 CSI and the sorry for my parrot, Blue, and we will drive also the Toyota Supra very soon at the Fuji. So sorry for not proposing the You Choose I Drive version for this appointment, but we had 11 appointments with 12 cars to be driven, and I wanted to anyway stay a bit more on a railway to actually fulfill every appointment with the right car, let me say so. Qualification on the go. There is the artificial intelligence that is driving for myself. I hope it will be not too competitive lap time, and let's go directly to see the car setup as always and to qualify the car for this appointment. Version chosen, the Ignis Italian electrical household appliances, very famous back then in the 70s and 80s. Nowadays absorbed by Whirlpool, I don't remember. So an Italian sponsorship with an Italian old style Alfa Romeo car that anyway in the 80s was already paying the toll, let me say, about car technology. So was a front mounted engine V6 with a rear traction axle, very competitive on paper. At the end was not too updated, too fresh car to compete against the BMWs, the Mercedes, the Ford Sierras and so on. Nonetheless, it is very fun to be driven, so we will get an opportunity to enjoy ourselves 30 minutes of pure battles. But I stop to talk. Welcome back again on iKeysRacing. Thank you very much for watching all the videos uploaded so far, and let's go on track. See you there. Short session of 15 minutes of qualification. There are already some BMWs and Mercedes in the top 10 together with some Holden Commodores. I would go for the last spot on the grid, that is the Alfa GTV Ignis sponsored you have seen a few seconds ago. The other Alfa GTV is running 106.500. I'm not sure I will succeed on doing something better. Anyway, I load the car setup previously offline prepared. I just go down with 5 laps on the tank, I mean really 10 liters. Let's go. And the only thing I wanted to explore was maybe while powering go down a bit in the differential freedom. Instead, while coasting maybe can be augmented, but for the rest is almost untouched. I mean, I start from suspensions, sorry, all at the maximum hardness minus 1 notch, as well as for springs. 0.9 the camber, the maximum ride height close to the ground is 9 cm. The maximum at the back is 13.5. That is the figure I would suggest to do, because the car is very understeering and you actually have some issues about cornering this heavy beast. The rest is the way you see. The only particular thing is that there are many chicanes, very tight, so the caster has been reduced down to the minimum, that is 3 degrees, and that's the only thing I would suggest. I save it as it is. We take the timing of 106.500 clear, very clean, more than clear, as a reference. Let's go, 5 minutes left. Welcome on board on the Alfa GTV. Nothing special but well reproduced as it was in Italy, the car style, having in the 80s all those things, let me say, they were really squared back then from a style point of view. And nothing, let's go on track. See you on the start finish line for the first tentative. Okay, last corner, very short track. Cold tires, unfortunately. First corner, 200 meters, start to brake. A bit loose the rear end. Maybe for the race we will reduce again the block of the rear. Oof, differential, don't touch the curbs, Marco. Maybe second gear here. Okay, let's try another one. Maybe we can avoid it to use the clutch also. Yes. There isn't an auto clutch feature, but you can jump here and there. Yes, indeed, another notch of freedom for the rear end with the differential will be beneficial. So let me do it. Still sorry for my parrot. And maybe a touch more for... but qualifying time is... Okay, so let's finish this. Still sorry for Blue, my parrot. Very crazy today. It's a hot summer day in Italy, so we go to the qualify 2 and we go immediately on track, also because will remain the 106.500 for the Alfa GTV. Where is here? 106.500. 500. And maybe before the rain will arrive, because I see a grey sky actually. And finally also the force feedback came back, so. And also I do want to suggest the possibility to have the reverse effect on your steering wheel. Absolutely magic. I would say you still remain second by second, sorry, in contact with the asphalt, and it's a feature that honestly I'm not sure I will get rid of very soon. Okay, full throttle, no clutch for upshifting. You save some thousandths here and there. Some space regained compared to the BMW M in front. I do prefer to stay here than 107. At least it's my personal best. But half a second far from the other Alfa GTV, so let me reconnect my brain. Tires are not warming up actually, and maybe I think, let me go to the pit, that given how the car jumps on curbs, I would do also a thing like this, just smoothing down a bit the front end. Let's see if it works or not, because I think we can get some speed and some tense with the first chicane, and also maybe the brake bias can be a bit more here. In the next lap with hot tires I want to try to cut actually the first chicane like this. I mean more a straight line than just cornering around. Okay, let's go. And the car actually moves around when you brake. It's not stable. No, she jumps anyway. Much better here. 107, still half a second far from my teammate, with the same car, I mean. Bad line, indeed. One-tenth less. The rear end. Almost 1/10 and half. Aiuto, help. Minus 138. So we can do it a bit better, but still see very far. 106.5, last tentative, then it's done. A bit more braking action on the rear axle, let's see. Braking bias, sorry. Minus 113. 106.8. Almost losing the car here and there, so that's it. If you don't mind, we go with this figure, and I just take the opportunity to say that here there is the Thunderdome, technically speaking, present available, but not really there. And it would have been a nice feature for sure, but maybe someone will work on it in the future and will be quite a nice addition to the basic version of this beautiful venue. So total time for qualification elapsed, and on pole position, on the front row actually, we have two BMWs, Hegero Strike, Grice Moreno, a Mercedes, all BMWs, and another Mercedes Top 8, the two Holden Commodores. So 3 brands in the first top 10 positions. As said, our benchmark Cesario Rucklin with the Alfa GTV did run 106.5. I just arrived to 106.8, almost the slowest car around, considering that the Nissan Skylines will be not driven because they are absolutely the worst cars available. And so that's it. So we can continue to race for sure, but let me save it. 30 minutes race. With the garage we can only load the previous car setup scene, that is anyway the best possible available. I go up with 36 minutes, come on, 60 liters. If the car drinks more than expected, we have a buffer of 6 minutes over the 30 total, and maybe I would say there will be 5 laps more in the tank. Seems too much, but will be needed, I think. And I would go back to the 61-39 figure for the brake bias. The rest can stay as it is. Formation lap, and see you for the start. Okay, last corner, then I would say last hairpin, then we will wait for the green flag. Let's see what happens. Let's try to beat at least the blue Alfa GTV, sorry. the one in front. 30 minutes to do it. Maybe we can fulfill the gap this way. Yes, now I'm not in advantage for the next corner instead. Yes, he did give up. It's a P19. Let's be cautious at least with cold tires. Marco. Here we are. Bravo. Luckily it was the slowest part of the track, so I haven't lost too much. Obviously we are more powerful than the Alfa 75 because she was the Alfa 75 a 4 cylinders turbocharged 1.7 liters compared to this monstrous V6 2.5 liters for what I remember. Fourth gear. Yes, the second gear here is the best, I think. Oh baby, yes. P17. But the problem of this Alfa GTV was the weight. It was heavy and very old from a technology point of view. It was, yes, a super sportive car, being a saloon one. I mean, it was not a Porsche or a Ferrari, but was an affordable, sportive Alfa Romeo car back in the 80s. Sorry to touch the Volvo, don't touch the Volvo. Now that the car is full of fuel, has the tendency to anyways leap away with the rear end. So you must be very cautious while braking. Not bad the braking point. I feel very in comfort attacking the others. Let's stay on a straight line instead of zigzagging here and there. We save a bit of meters. Maybe it was not necessary to defend the position. track is very simple, honestly. Nonetheless, very demanding. You cannot be anything else than precise. I said unfortunately there isn't the Thunderdome, the oval section that stayed here on the left. It was a ring to then reconnect here. Okay, let's go 60-40 with the braking bias, because I see the rear end becoming lighter and lighter. Not orthodox move, but there will come a nice picture for the cover of this appointment, for sure. P12. Let's try to get a bit of slipstream, maybe. (62-38) brake bias. I don't like at high speed to lose the rear end. It can become a huge spin. Sorry, put in the sixth gear that does not exist in this model. And I fear that maximum performance for this Alfa is done, so I'm not sure to get at least a P10 unless there will be some crashes or problems. Because tires are giving up the fresh grip usually available at the beginning of the stint. I can try to drive around the problems, like the loss of fresh grip, so geometrically speaking doing something different with the steering wheel. But yes, I fear that the car is gone, so we'll be like driving on X now. Ooh, bad line here. The duel in front, I fear, is just for overlapped cars. It should be the Nissan Skyline, the slowest car available here that we will never drive. And the Toyota Supra, no, yes, the Toyota Supra is chasing and coming back, but at least in front we have the Rover and the Mercedes, so it was not a Nissan Skyline. Overlapped slow car, so P10 to reach at least 1 point is in front of us. My lap time is around 107.3, so like in qualification, I mean, I have this limit and I cannot improve. Too defensive with Toyota Supra seen in the mirror. Ooh, almost jumping on the roof. And now you start to do more angles of steering because of tires. Let's stay on a straight line to save some meters instead of going like this. Maybe the front end still gives a bit of confidence with 10 liters, 20 liters actually, less of fuel. A good moment maybe to try a pass. Yes. Quicker than the Mercedes. Maybe yes. Good. P10. The understeer, guys. Now, in front, 2 seconds from Bovensiepen is a private BMW. Harvey Moffat is an Holden Commodore. Let's see if we can in 14 minutes at least be closer than this. jump, jump. 200 meters, brake. Second gear. Cut the first part of the chicane. Take space for the second part. Flat out. Brake, 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 brake until the apex. Then third gear without clutch. Fourth gear without clutch. Fifth gear without clutch, keeping the straight line. 200 meters. Start to brake. Do the ABS. Because if you hammer too heavily the brake pedal, you lose the rear end. Up to fourth gear, the quick chicane, briefly the fifth, then use the brake motor, how do we call it? Engine brake. I like the exit here. I've used less track and also taking advantage of it of the slipstream, or at least of the draft. Jump the gear from fifth to third. Understeer now like hell. Covering too many meters, sorry. And this last chicane, Mercedes went back a bit to get closer and closer. Closing the line to the Mercedes. Yes. Maybe. At least one position, P9. Behind Harvey Moffat. But combined the low speed exiting the last corner and the less powerful, maybe a bit about the engine, but also the power to weight ratio of this Alfa is not the best one around. I'm wondering if not touching curbs can be a better idea. Ten minutes to go. Still P9 with the dream to catch the cars in front. difficult today to compete with the best. But now, suddenly, 4 positions in front of us. Moved a bit in front, 1 notch, 64, 30. Okay. First warning, so I cannot play dirty as I was doing anymore. 8 minutes to go will be 7 laps, I suppose. Ooh, this one was good. Ooh. Now the car is sliding here and there. Oh yes, baby. P6. Stay away from gifting the slipstream. They follow me, yes, no. Best person, 107.3 during race day. I was waiting for a mistake, like I do in every race, and here, the first one done. Well, tires are gone definitely now, so we will see if my skills are decent enough to resist in this current P6. I think not. I don't trust myself. The rear end is going away, so let's give it a bit more of braking action. We should stabilize a liked rear end now that 1/3, no, half of the tank is used and empty. On 7344, another personal best, slightly better than before that. Ooh, second gear put in without the clutch. I was thinking to cook transmission and engine. Two cars in front, Ratzenberger Pirro, the official BMW M Sport, and Grace Moreno as well. But just less than 4 minutes to catch them, while Gruyard, Salah, Luis Perez, Salah, who knows, BMW Marlboro sponsored in the mirror, they are arriving, they are coming back. Another time, too long, bad line. Bad lap time, 1 second lost, 108.3, definitely. I'm giving up. Alternative race line, 1 minute point 20 seconds to the end, maybe 2 laps. I just need to resist. Because there will be this lap and the next one. Indeed, a bad line with the consumed tires. So there will be 2 more laps. This one and the next one. Maybe. Yes, checkered flag. I must resist just in my best section and don't screw up the result. And that's it. Not a bad result indeed. Could have been worse. Whew. And yes, 30 minutes of enjoyment, close to the limit at least of my skills and close to the limit of the car. Not an easy one, I must say, but I'm happy because placing an old car like this between so many more modern for the era 1987 models with this unbalanced front end peaked down maybe, and the rear end completely unbalanced, very high, to make the car corner more with a slippery rear end, but really nothing better I have found also from a car setup point of view to avoid to have too much understeer. Now they are fighting also in the pit lane. So thank you very much to the designer for this beautiful calderpark venue. Hopefully, bang, will happen something more updated sooner or later for GTR2. There is still a huge community providing us for free a lot of good stuff. And we finish with Heger Ostrike BMW M3 E30 winning. Salam Kudini Mercedes 190. Grace Moreno, another BMW, as well as Ratzenberger Pirro P4. Fifth, Ballolena with another BMW. Az Gruyard Sala with the last BMW of the top 7. Harvey Moffat Holden Commodore. Mejuvissen Stürmitz and Bovensiepen Van de Pole closing the top 10. That's it from a mixed class D1, D2, D3 and so on. D1 not present here because we have just 27 slots available. More than happy to say that avoiding anyway Ford Mustangs and especially Sierras in this appointment at least did leave the space for the victory for another manufacturer. That's a good thing. And so from this current situation, this previous situation of the classification where Ford is technically dominating everything, here we are with the new updated ranking and -2 races to the end also of this theme season. So I hope it will please you to have actually an updated classification and championship running within our iKeysRacing community channel. So thank you very much for watching. I've discovered also with Google YouTube Analytics that the 90% more or less of the traffic watching actually iKeysRacing videos is not subscribed to the channel. So I never asked for it massively, but if you like and if you would and if you may want to help our community to grow, would be very beneficial to have just subscribers technically, not because you just receive notifications about new videos, but also because after a sort of black line put in place by YouTube, we may start to monetize this channel and to do charity actions. That is the final aim for me staying here in my free time, editing videos, running with you and for you and so on. If you like, would be very appreciated. Thank you very much. As well as always placing the like button on each video. So again, many thanks. Stay very well, stay into keen racing if you can, and best wishes to you all, starting from Portugal saying obrigado, Spanish muchas gracias, French merci beaucoup, English thank you, German dankeschön, Russian spasiba, Japanese arigato, and Italian grazie for everything. From Marco from Monza, that's all for today. Short episode. Stay very well and see you very soon. Bye bye. Ciao.